Hello children, in this class we will discuss Social Studies Lesson 8, page 275, workout, exercise A. Fill in the blanks with the correct answers. Question number 1. Non-renewable resources are also known as test resources. Options are exhaustible, exhausting, inexhaustible. So the answer is option A, that is exhaustible. So which are the examples of non-renewable resources? It is fossil fuels, coal and petroleum. Question number 2. Water is used to produce gas. Options are hydroelectricity, solar energy, wind energy. The answer is option A, hydroelectricity. All the answers are given on the right side of the screen. You can check it out. What do you mean by hydroelectricity? Electricity produced from water is known as hydroelectricity. Question number 3. Bauxite is an dash resource. Options are exhaustible, inexhaustible, renewable. The answer is option A. Bauxite is an exhaustible resource. Bauxite is also non-renewable resources. Bauxite is a rock. It is used in industries to produce different products. Next, question number 4. Fossil fuels are made up of the remains of gas. Solar energy, dead plants and animals, water resources. The answer is option B, dead plants and animals. Fossil fuels are made up of the remains of dead plants and animals under the earth or under the seabed. Question number 5. We use gas to get solar energy. Options are hydroelectricity, wind, sunlight. We use sunlight. The answer is option C, sunlight to get solar energy. Next. B. Each tile has a set of letters. 2 or more tiles form a word in a phrase. Unscramble the tiles to reveal the phrase and read the message. The first tile has been unscrambled for you. So here many letters are given here. So we have to unscramble those letters and make into a meaningful phrase. Means we should make it change into sentence. Let us check it out with the help of those letters. What phrase we can make? The answer is conserve our resources and wildlife. By using all these letters, we can write conserve our resources and wildlife. This is the answer. Next, exercise C. Write T for true and F for false. 1. Renewable natural resources do not need to be preserved. The answer is true. Yes, why? Because we can obtain renewable resources again and again. It renews naturally. Next, 2. Windmills require wind and sunlight to work. The answer is true. Write T in the given box. Why? Because to run windmills, what is required? Wind and sunlight is required to work. Otherwise, the windmill will not work. Question number 3. Coal and petroleum are examples of fossil fuels. The answer is true. Write T in the given box. Coal and petroleum are fossil fuels which we get under the surface of the earth or under the seabed. Question number 4. Recycling paper can save trees. The answer is true. Write T in the given box. We should recycle paper and use it. Why? Otherwise, we have to cut more and more trees. Question number 5. Sunlight is a non-renewable resource. The answer is false. Write F in the given box. Why? Because sunlight is a renewable resource. It is a natural resource. Okay, which is renewable, means which we can obtain again and again. Next, D. Answer these questions. Now we will discuss the questions and answers. I request all of you to take out your notebooks and write it down. Question number 1. What are natural resources? The answer is the natural resources of a place include all its land, forest, energy sources and minerals which exist naturally and can be used by people. What do you mean by natural resources? All the natural things, that is land, forest, energy sources, and all the minerals, metallic and non-metallic minerals, which are natural and which we can use it. Those are known as natural resources. Question number 2. What is the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources? The answer is renewable resources do not need to be preserved as they can be obtained again, but non-renewable resources exhaust if overused and cannot be renewed. Means renewable resources do not need to be preserved. Which are the renewable resources? Sunlight, air, wind, water. These are renewable resources. Okay, these resources we can obtain again and again. It renews naturally. We can get it again and again in a short time. But non-renewable resources exhaust, okay, if overused. If we overuse the non-renewable resources, which are the non-renewable resources? The fossil fuels, coal and petroleum. If we overuse it, if we do not preserve it, what will happen? One day it will be exhausted. Means it will be finished up, and we have to use for thousands or millions of years to get it back. So we should not overuse non-renewable resources, and we should always conserve. Okay, we should always preserve non-renewable resources like the fossil fuels, that is coal and petroleum. Why? Because it cannot be renewed in short time. It takes millions of years to form. Next, question number 3. How is the solar energy important to us? The answer is solar energy is used for running solar cars and solar cookers. It gives us warmth and light. Plants use sunlight to make their food. Solar energy is important. Why? Because by using solar panels we can convert solar energy, okay, sunlight into energy, that is electricity. And with the help of solar energy we can run solar cars and solar cookers, and also we get warm and light from sunlight. Plants also use sunlight to make their own food. Without sunlight, the plants cannot make their own food. Next. 4. Why are forests important? The answer is forests are a rich source of plants, trees and animals. Plants and trees provide us wood, medicines, gum, perfumes and raw materials to get many products. Why are forests important? Because forests are rich source of plants, trees and animals. What we get from forests? We get plants and trees. And from plants and trees, what do we get? We get wood, medicines, gum, perfumes and raw materials to get many products. That is why forests are important. Forests are a rich source of plants, trees and animals. Question number 5. What are fossil fuels? How are they formed? The answer is fossil fuels are fuels that formed from the remains of plants and animals. They were formed as the remains of creatures decomposed millions of years ago under high pressure and heat. So what are fossil fuels? The fossil fuels are that which are formed from the remains of plants and animals. And how fossil fuels are formed? They were formed as the remains of creatures. Means millions of years ago, the plants and animals were buried under the earth. Okay, and the remains of creatures, that is plants and animals, they got decomposed under the earth millions of years ago due to high pressure and heat. So in this way, fossil fuels were formed. Question number 6. Name 2 metals we use in our daily life. The answer is iron and copper. Iron and copper are the 2 metals. It means iron and copper are minerals. So these are metallic minerals. Iron and copper are the 2 metals which we use in our daily life. So dear children, I hope you understood about workout lesson 8. Let us check it once again. Fill in the blanks with the correct answers. Let us check it out. Question number 1, the answer is exhaustible. Question number 2, the answer is hydroelectricity. Question number 3, the answer is exhaustible. Question number 4, that is dead plants and animals. Exercise B, by using all these letters we can make the phrase, that is conserve our resources and wildlife. Exercise C, question number 1, it is true. Question number 2, the sentence is true. Question number 3, again the sentence is true. Question number 4, it is also true. And question number 5, it is false, because sunlight is a renewable resource. Next, D. What are natural resources? The natural resources of a place include all its land, forest, energy sources and minerals, which exist naturally and can be used by people. Question number 2. What is the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources? The answer is renewable resources do not need to be preserved as they can be obtained again, but non-renewable resources exhaust if overused and cannot be renewed. Question number 3. How is the solar energy important to us? The answer is solar energy is used for running solar cars and solar cookers. It gives us warmth and light. Plants use sunlight to make their food. Next, question number 4. Why are forests important? Forests are a rich source of plants, trees and animals. Plants and trees provide us wood, medicines, gum, perfumes and raw materials to get many products. Question number 5. What are fossil fuels? How were they formed? The answer is fossil fuels were fuels that formed from the remains of plants and animals. They were formed as the remains of creatures decomposed millions of years ago under high pressure and heat. Question number 6. Name 2 metals we use in our daily life. The answer is iron and copper. So dear children, I request all of you to write it down correctly in your notebook. In our next class, we will discuss workbook, social studies. Thank you. Have a nice day.